Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster at supper time. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the afternoon. So that's Savages, track by Birmingham's Mist. Remixed, of course, by The High One. The Highwayman, High Contrast. Drum and basses, Premier Vegan. I think him and Bop lead the way there. God bless them. I've been given a donut by Jaymond from next door that apparently a guest brought in. Here it is. Smells delicious. Smells like a donut. You know, I'm going to make an assumption there's jam in it because there's no evidence that has led me to believe the contrary. It's from Greggs. Greggs, a trusted source of donuts. I don't know. Would you trust Greggs with your donut needs? I mean, if you had options, Now, the only reason that I'm levying suspicion at this donut is because there is a Krispy Kreme's opposite, just in the Churchill Square shopping mall. And with Krispy Kreme so near, so close, just almost only next door, why Greggs? Why Greggs? Perhaps because you've poisoned the donut. Or that's one possibility. The other possibility, which I guess is more likely, is whoever brought these donuts in just holds just a serious level of contempt for Jay, for Trickstar Radio, and for the art of broadcasting in general. You know, the idea that they would not go to a sort of, they're not really a boutique donut outlet, but they are a somewhat more, well, really, a homeless man selling donuts that he's made out of his own Tods is a more upmarket donut outlet than Greggs. You know, let's be totally clear about that. Yeah, he's fashioned a donut out of stuff that he's picked out of his arse crack, and sort of woven out of his dingleberries. Yeah, and he's got them selling them at the side of a road, and he's asking anyone that even looks vaguely Asian to cough on it as they go past. Yeah, and he's selling that for the cost of a poem. Says, tell me a poem, make it up on the spot, and you can have my dingleberry donut, my Corona-infused dingleberry donut. That is a more upmarket, more bougie donut emporium than Greggs. So, you know, I don't know who the guest was. I don't know. Jay! Yeah, well, we'll find out, won't we? At some point. I don't know who the guest was, but they clearly have significant contempt for Jay, for Trickstar, for Cy Twiddy, and for the art of broadcasting. So it's perfectly possible that guest was me. More than possible. Anyway, I've got this donut here, and the more I think about it, the more I think it's a trick. The more I think it is almost certainly some sort of honey trap. You know, some sort of honeypot scam thought out by the Drum and Bass Industrial Complex to try and bring, you know, a whistleblower like me down. You know, it's only a matter of time before I get black bagged, you know, shipped off to some sort of private prison run by, I don't know, Subfocus maybe. Ant Miles, perhaps. I haven't heard much about Ant Miles recently. He's running a private prison for dissidents. Basically, people that speak out against the Drum and Bass Industrial Complex. No, that strikes me as more you know, more Prolix's wheelhouse. You know, he has no soul of which to speak of. You've heard his music, you know, and instead he runs a gulag just on the outskirts of Penge, housing numerous Neurofunk DJs that have tried to make records without half-time second drop. Sling them in there. 10 years, hard labour. It's a disgrace. Shall I eat the donut? Shall I leave the donut? Shall I... Do you ever seen that girl? She's called Breadface. She's on Instagram. She's an Asian lady. And she gets bread. And she sticks the face into the bread. So shtick. Just many hundreds of thousands of followers. And it's surprisingly entertaining. God bless her. She's a fun character. I tell you what I like on Instagram. One of the few pleasures I actually take on Instagram is noticing celebrities who've liked memes. You know, when you follow a celebrity, and so, you know, when you follow someone and you see someone else's post, it will show the people that you follow their names. If they've liked it, it'll show their names first. So it's fun to see a celebrity liking a meme. You know, I like that. Like, I enjoyed seeing Stacey Dooley or someone like a meme on a relatively obscure meme account. That's really the only good thing on Instagram. There's sweet little else of value. Facebook is over. Facebook is just boomers squandering the remaining oxygen they have left on, well, quote unquote opinions in Facebook statuses. I've said this before. I may be labouring the point, but if you're posting Facebook statuses of your opinions, then you've reached the end. Then you've actually that's your rock bottom point. Congratulations, you've hit rock bottom. The only way is up. You know, things can only get better. This is it. You know, everyone needs that rock bottom point. You know, when they go, oh shit, this is it. Things can't actually get... I've sunk as low as I can go. So if you're at that point where you're thinking, I've got an opinion on the current political situation, and I think I know what's going on here, and I think it would be important to share this opinion with other people. Other people will take value from my opinion, yeah? Other people are going to be interested in what I have to say. If those beliefs have crept into your mind, then welcome to your rock bottom. And it's great to have you here. You know, I've been there. You know, I've thought that my opinions are in any way valid whatsoever on the internet. Turns out they're not. But God bless you. You know, you might be able to string it out for a few years at rock bottom before you realise, fuck, nobody cares. And I could not. I could just go about the rest of my life doing something that had some value rather than posting opinions on Facebook. Share a picture of your dog. That has more currency. You know, that has more value than any opinion. Doesn't matter what... Look, the opinion itself is irrelevant. It could be the most well-informed. It could be the bleeding edge, the tip of the spear, the bleeding edge of progressive right-on opinions. It doesn't matter. It is of no... you know when you get a voucher for somewhere, like it's like, get a Big Mac meal for $1.99 with this voucher, and then in the small print of the voucher, it says cash value of this voucher 0.000000001p. Well, that is also the value of your Facebook status opinions. Yeah, roughly equivalent to the value of one Spotify play. So you need 1 million Facebook opinions per month for minimum wage. Yeah, that's the monetary value of your opinions. Yeah, they're basically worthless. Okay? Now, this might sound like, you know, not what you need on a Monday morning, but believe me, it is. The sooner that you realise that your Facebook opinions hold a monetary value of 0.0000001p, the sooner you'll realise that's a bad investment of time. That is almost as bad an investment of time as making jump up drum and bass, or You know, starting a modular techno project. Yeah. Starting a noise band. Yeah, look, really bad investments of time. Yeah. Starting a novel. Terrible investment of time, but not as bad as Facebook opinions. Yeah. What's going on in the shout box? Where are we? Come on. A few bits and bobs here. Guys, lots. Greta, she's in there. Okay, we'll start. Purple Aki. Nice to have you back, Aki. He says, I had a good weekend. Nice to know, brother. Nice to know. UFC fighter, Yole Romero, is in. He says, no forget Jesus. Now he says, listen to your last show. I'm game to fight you. Let's do this. Win against your doggo. Fucking hell. If you make weight, Yoel. How about that? If you make weight. Imagine, I don't know what events would have transpired for this situation to happen, but imagine you come back to your parents for Christmas. You walk into the living room. Front door's open. That's weird. Anyway, you walk in there, and Yole Romero is salsa dancing your mum by the fire. He's shirtless, you know. She's got an outfit on, I guess. What has possibly transpired for that to have happened? What would you do? Maybe it's worth just leaving. Maddie has got in touch. She says, I love to smash the limiter on the master channel. We all do, Mads. We all do. She goes on to say, reverbs on sub bass to get the most out of your low end. Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave? And Maddie says, your drums are more lost in the mix than me. Whew! Mama. Andre Touchy Philly, don't know what that means, says, Yole told me you were looking for a fight. I'll fight you. Oh, I see. I get the references now. I'll fight you. Winner gets a new belt and free reign to kick the shit out of people who make shit drum and bass. That's a good deal. That seems reasonable. Kings of Rollers say, I think Andre means us. I understand what's going on there. Benny L says, could be me. Right, okay. Bo says, hold my beer. Tub Girl says, shit all over my face. Mitten says, your mic sounds shit. EQ the low end. That's nice, isn't it? That's a bit of fun. Just checking the EQs there are all standard. Clips says, bet you wish I was still making the shit tunes. Clips tunes were good. I mean, trailed off a little bit at the end, but anyway. Groove Rider, I always like my own pirate memes. That's good stuff. I'm going to get myself into so much trouble reading these out. Like, it's I'm not proofreading them, just going off with them, just going off and seeing what happens. Boris Becker says, you chat more shit at the start of the show than Bassman has in his whole life. Well, you're not wrong. Papa says woof. And Greta Thunderberger says, I went to Bristol and now I realise that pollution is nothing in comparison to the state of Turbo Island and Stokes Croft. Yeah, Jesus. Imagine if Greta went to Bristol, tried ketamine and never left. And, I mean, it's hard to worry about climate change when you're in a K-hole. It's hard to worry about anything. Well, you know what? Actually, hey, whoa, here's a hot take. I'm doing a U-turn on what I just said. Because being in a K-hole is an instant existential crisis. Yeah, I mean, I've thought I was going to die on numerous occasions. Once I thought I was going to die, and I just accepted that. I was like, oh, okay, guess this is it. I lived a rich life. I was, I don't know, 22 or something like that. Hey, I had a good run at it. Yeah, I'm impressed to have got this far. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. Maybe Greta is just in a permanent K-hole. Maybe her parents are keeping her dosed up on the wonk. I would not be surprised if them scandos were keeping her dosed up on wonk to keep her thinking the world's about to end. That's a hot take for you. You do what you will with that. Oh God, there's so much, man. More. Okay, all right. I'm just not reading the. I can't read that out. Oh, God. Anyway, COVID-19 says, dropping some hot shit on Friday. OnlyFans says, we're sorry that even we couldn't possibly publish your images. You sick fuck. And Dunkin' Donuts says, you better not eat that donut. Guys, look, it's 16 minutes past 10 on Monday morning. Who even knows what's been going on in the YouTube chat? I can't even imagine what kind of rabid insanity has besieged it. But ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. Welcome to Coffee and Memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Memes on Threshold.fm. Who's chatting shit about the mic? The mic sounds absolutely fine. I can hear it. I have headphones on. Just Bildo, he's never happy. You know, he's never content, never satisfied. You know, Merc as well. There are a few types, you know, a few types of the crew. Never happy. You know, nothing's ever good enough for them. You know, Frisk, he's probably one of them. Anyone else had ungodly hum on the mic? There's no hum on the mic. I hear it all. You know, it's all here, guys. That's a bit. There's really, if you go all the way up, you can hear a bit of a hiss. Unbelievable. Ungoddamn believable. Am I going to eat the donut? Not yet. Oh, Doggo would like the donut. That would bung Doggo up for a few days, and then she would like. She's not dissimilar to Nibbler from Futurama. She once stole a huge sandwich of mine while I went to the toilet and mistakenly left it on the side of the sofa. Like huge, big, thick white bloomer bread. Big old fucking sandwich, yeah. Like a proper sort of decent ploughman-sized sandwich. Anyway, she hoofed it down so quick because obviously she knew there was going to be trouble when I got back, and there was. But she then didn't shit for about 3 days, and then it came out. It was like this solid lump of dark matter, and she was not happy about it. And there was some way to explain to a dog that something they did wrong 3 days ago was responsible for the turmoil they're going through right now. It's completely impossible. It's completely impossible. Anyway, there seems to be some confusion over my comments regarding people's opinions on Facebook. I actually mean people's opinions in general, and I include my own in it. I would be the first to say that my opinions are not only inaccurate, not only ill-informed, not only lacking in substance, lacking in research, but particularly lacking in value. So don't think for a second that although I may act, you know, and come across as if I'm, you know, above, you know, the masses, and a lot of people would have you believe that. But no, I am just equally as god awful. Guys, Chris LD, does it usually take 17 minutes these days before the intro theme is played these days? Well, these days, Chris, it takes longer these days than it used to. These days, I talk as... Well, look, these days, we don't even play as much music these days, you know? These days, we don't even know why we're here. These days, we don't know how long we're going to be here for. Maybe we'll all be fucking dead of COVID-19 VIP mix, you know? COVID-19 audio VIP. You know, come on. Don't tell me Ed Rush and Optical are not having a little chin wag about a little COVID-19 EP on Virus. I mean, they'd be missing a trick, you know. Right, back to the shout box. How are we doing? Skrillex says, I need a comeback track. Want a collab? No chance, baby boy. No chance. That'd be the day. I mean, you know, in terms of like what my largely pointless career, the sort of looking for pinnacles of my largely pointless career, certainly Kenny Ken, back-to-back Kenny Ken Maid Festival, that's probably the bit at the top so far. But, you know, collab with Skrillex on maybe a Bangarang remix. Come on. That's got to be next. We have Bruce Buffer, the veteran voice of the Octagon, says, as someone who is an absolute authority on whether things are live or not, try to read We Are Live and hear it in any other voice but mine. As such, I have reason to believe that this is pre-record. Okay, so Bruce Buffer now shilling for the DNBIC. Not good, man. Not good. Wodge saying he got weird looks for wearing his Virus t-shirt on the tube this morning. Not surprised. Real Akeem very upset that I've not yet eaten the donut. Look, it's here. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It is just fine. It's not even been in shot. Unbelievable. There it is. Guys, what have we got in terms of news? Well, should we have a look at what we've got in terms of throwers? Because there were some naughty bits popped up Friday that we didn't really get a chance to go through. All manner of bits, in fact. We had the new Inside Info, Panic and Flames, played that. Nice bit of gear. New logistics. It's called Headspace. I wonder whether or not it's a collab with the guy who does the voiceover on the Headspace app. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Thinking of maybe doing my own version of that, where every sort of meditation leads to masturbation. You know, why not? You know, it's just a little bit of escapism. You know. What's his name? James, isn't it? James from Headspace. Hi. James from Headspace here. Just close your eyes. Take a little moment. That's it. Just think about the different parts of your body. Just feel your feet touching the ground. Feel your hands just resting in your lap. Feel your backs of your legs against the chair. Your lower back against the chair. Just relax off the shoulders. Feel the weight of the head. And with your right hand, just begin to gently unbutton your flies. No need to worry about shame. No need to worry about social norms, pressures, or the fact that you're on the bus right now. No need to manage like bus masturbation with James from Headspace. This is a new app. He's gone rogue. He's gone on a little side project. You know, bored of the sort of stagnation of just normal, bog standard meditation. And he's like, right, we need to freshen this bitch up. Yeah? Bus wanks. Bus wanks with James from Headspace. Don't need to worry about the other passengers. Don't worry about the driver. Don't worry about the man sat next to you. Now, remember how we discussed making a hole on the inside of your pocket? Well, now's your time to shine. Slip 2 fingers through the hole and just gently begin to massage the perineum. You might know it, of course, as the gooch, or to others, Stinker's Bridge, halfway between the gutter and the stars. Keep the eyes closed. That's it. And just let the worries of the world wash out of you. Now, I hope you remember to bring your Vaseline, but lip balm will do in the event of an emergency. Bus wanks with James from Headspace, number 1 on the App Store. The biggest gifted app this Christmas. What else is there? Distance by Red Pill and Rido on the Time and Distance. Is it a release, an EP? Drum Sound and Bassline Smith, Nexus, and Power of the Cock. Oh no, Power of the Future. Will it? I have not heard this release. I would wager a bet that it's Foghorn. Anyone else want to wager? I mean, probably some people will have heard it. Punk by Gancher and Ruin. I think that's on there. No Music Allowed. It is. There's a new Proxima as well, man. Look, The Strokes. Is that a new release by The Strokes? Wow. Or is it a re-release? Bad decisions by The Strokes. Can't wait to get into that off air. Oh boy. Yeah. New Little Dragon. Sure, I'll be hearing that at the co-working space. Fucking hell. Anyone who's ever worked in a co-working space, must be like anyone else who's ever worked in one, how sick and tired are you getting of that Marabou State album? You know, of the first Little Dragon album, Marabou State. And, I mean, is there just there must be like some live streaming 24/7 YouTube channel. 24/7 beats to co-work to, relax, get no work done to. Relax, listen to other people have one-sided Skype meetings, too. Great, man. I'm not going to that fucking place anymore. Nice place ruined by humans. They're fucking dogs, the people who co-work there. The staff are lovely, but I tell you what, I'm not going to name names. But Jesus Christ, I can't believe people work in offices, like full-time, all the time, with just the sort of utter degeneracy that is other human beings. The stuff people eat for lunch. Oh my God, how do people cope with that? Like, there's someone who's basically eaten lunch alone for the last 12 years. Like, I don't understand how people do it. Like, oh God. I'm easily triggered, right? I don't think anyone is in any, is in it. There's no disagreement that I'm the biggest snowflake out there, yeah. But like, there's one dude, and he goes to Infinity Foods, which is like the sort of vegan-y health food, fucking smelly armpits, Trustafarian shop at the bottom of the road, and gets a bit of bread, a big old bit of bread, and some like bean dip, some kind. It's not even hummus, yeah. Some fucking bean dip, and sits there and like turns a little bit off. Really? He looks like he's about to keel over and die. Like, half the time you'll hear him like, extolling the bloody virtues of a plant-based diet while he looks like he's about to fucking keel over. Like a strong wind would take him. Yeah, seriously, it's not only amazing for the planet, but it's really, really good. It will take years off your life. By that I mean it will drive you into an early grave. No, that's not what I mean. Anyway, this bean dip is absolutely really, really laboriously really getting every fucking little beanie remnants out of the single-use plastic that you've just and take just the last little hunk of granary bread, bean dip on it, sticks it up into his arse. So the last bit goes. Bosh one shelf on, that's what Mum always used to say. Anyway, is that drum sound and bass line release Foghorn? Stick around to find out. Will we actually get to some news or some music today? Or will it just be me ranting bollocks? Stick around to find out. What's going on in the shout box? A lot of people. Coney says, love the show, man. Coney, great to hear from you. Where you been at, brother? What you been up to? Frisk says, shoutbox comment. He's so cool. Frisk is like the resident hipster. Like, he's above stuff. He was into stuff first. He has erectile dysfunction. Just normal hipster stuff. Anyway, DJ Fresh says, anyone know who wrote a D&B track called His Imperial Majesty? I just need to make sure I know who not to contact for sample clearance. This whole, like, I sort of feel for both of them in that Fresh Congo Natty situation. Like, it doesn't make any sense for Fresh to have used a Tenor Fly sample and to not pay for it, seeing as Fresh has been paying Tenafly for his vocals on Tarantula for the last 15 years plus. How old is Tarantula now? At least 15 years, yeah. For him just like, oh, I'll have that. But then, you know, Congo Nat, he's pretty sure that he's pretty sure he's right. So, you know, rough times for him. Anyway, Haley, my girlfriend, says this is probably your worst show to date. Are you smoking weed again? Is that why you couldn't perform yesterday? It'll make sense now. No, there are many reasons as to why I couldn't perform yesterday. But you smoking weed again is just one of them. What I like about the chat box is it does not have autocorrect enabled in the text thing. So it's just, it really shows just both the poor grasp of literacy and the enormous fat thumbs that the listeners have. God bless them. Yaza Abdel said, also loving the show, man. I don't know who that is. Yaza Abdel. I hope some sort of freedom fighter. What have we got? The Beast, Document 1. Is there anything else on that? No, it's just a single one tracker there on Shogun. The Beast. It had a little sort of nip, a little an insinuation, a little sort of the kind of homeopathy, I guess, version of Foghorn. You know, just a little, you know, the memory of Foghorn, an insinuation of Foghorn, a delicate smattering of it, like when you've had a shower and you've washed yourself thoroughly and you give your arsehole a good rough wipe with the towel just to really get it off, and it's just sort of doesn't really smell of like, it's like clean, but there's a little somewhere off in the distance, you know, somewhere off in the fog is the smell of ass, you know, just enough, you know, just the little taste, yeah, a little fucking something, a little memory, a little nostalgia, yeah, the nostalgia of ass. Anyway, schools are going to be shutting down because of Corona. I fear that this will have significant ramifications on the festival circuit this year. That will be the rough fucking point. If things keep getting worse, Corona-wise, then they will start limiting the, you know, public events. They'll be like, no public events over 1,000 people. Switzerland already doing that. So that would be a real blow for festivals, and it would be a real concern for those looking forward to Kenny Ken back to back with Kenny Ken. So I don't know. I mean, sure, listen, I'm all out for, you know, I like a pandemic as much as the next man, you know, but if it starts, you know, my concern would be, let's say they had to cancel like a load of festivals. Let's say they had to cancel Boomtown. Imagine all that sort of pent up white dreadlocked energy. Yeah. What is going to happen then? Jesus. Bristol would be on fire within days. But Bristol would burn for weeks. Yeah. All that lot coming back, just going like, right. That's how they do. All right. Let's go down the bear pit. Fucking get it going. And it would be riots. They'd tear that travel lodge to bits. Tear that travel lodge to bits. This probably is. No more. We're not doing music today, guys. We're not doing it. It's not on. Okay. What have we got? There was one thing really that I wanted to get at. There's this guy's eating a lot of Jaffa cakes, you know. Man becomes unofficial Jaffa cake eating champion after scoffing down 36 in 3 minutes. Well, it doesn't sound... Yeah, I don't know. As a black Christian, I was told yoga was demonic. Then I tried it. Weird times, man, weird times. China unleashing a 100,000 strong dark army to fight Pakistan's locust swarm. Yeah, look, there's another classic. Vegan mum traumatized after KFC served her chicken and laughed at her. Best day of her life. Absolutely best day of her life. No, look, we've always been told that another world war, like in the way that we saw in the early years of the 20th century, is unlikely, but it will be fought. It will be fought by proxy wars, And this is the beginning of it, isn't it? 100,000 ducks, a swarm of 100,000 duck troops from China ready to fight the Pakistan hordes of locust swarms there. This is how it will play out, Forget about, climate change, that's the long game, that to bring on the end times, I'm sorry, but that's the long game, yeah? We need to be getting stuff popping. Yeah, I want to see the fire and brimstone by the end of the year. Okay, guys, listen, if we don't get carbon neutral by 2050, maybe by the year 3000, it might be the summers might be a bit warm. Listen, pal, listen. I want the seas to be boiling by September, and literally, I want a scorched earth by Christmas. I'm dreaming of a scorched Christmas. Okay, guys. China unleashing 100,000 strong duck army to fight Pakistan's locust swarms. Sounds like a what would you rather, doesn't it? What would you rather, fight 10 duck-sized horses or 1,000 Chinese ducks? Fuck, man. That's rough. Another one here. Where is she? Come on, love. Here we go. Yes. Peak millennials. Here she is, woman who lives as a full-time baby, sleeps in a crib and spends hundreds on nappies. When the Chinese ducks come for us, when the hordes of militarized, weaponized Chinese ducks are at the gates, yeah, they will find not the might of the British Empire waiting on the other side, ready to, pour hot flaming tar off the turrets, to keep them out. They will find a society of adult babies with dummies in their mouths, sleeping in a cot, putting up zero resistance to the militarized ducks. It is pathetic. I mean, I've not said it in a little while, but my liberal values sure are tested sometimes. Here she is, woman who lives as a full-time adult baby. Right, come on. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Wow. I think I bought gear off her at the Volks once. What the... Oh, Jesus, no. What the fuck? Ah, come on. Like, there's obviously some sort of seedy fucking undertone to this. Ah, Jesus, come on, man. She needs... Jesus. She doesn't need a bonnet. She needs fucking help.
I've wanted blue skin.
Okay.
And every time I've seen someone with blue skin, I've thought, I want to be that person. Good stuff. Yeah. Why is nobody helping you? Like, we need a pandemic. We need something. Christ, we need something. I don't know what, but maybe a world war, maybe a war against the ducks, maybe. Should we have a look at those records again? Have a look at those shoe throws. Just take another cursory glance. New Robbie T. New Zero T. New Lamb of God. Ooh, keen to get into that later. New Denzel Curry. Nice. Gil Scott Heron. That's not new. Yeah, I know it's called I'm New here, but that's not. That's old. All right, guys, come on. Look, let's New Ivy Lab. Wow. Okay. Listen. Look, should we find out whether or not that bloody based on Smith and drum sound thing's foghorn or not? I vote probably. I would say 90. I would say
1 to 3 odds that it's foghorn. So, you know, put £3 on, get a quid back. I would play Lamb of God, but I would think it'd probably get pulled off of YouTube. Is that it? That was it. Sorry, what? Wait, what? What? How does that happen? What? Oh, it was. That was just the outro. I didn't play it from the beginning. So that is a record for short drum and bass. What was that, 15 seconds? Squiff has a good suggestion of sending Shamima Begum in to sort out the child, the adult baby. Yeah, this is not really that foggy. It is very foggy. This is, yeah, not thrilled by this. Yeah, Jimmy's saying this is definitely industry manufactured foghorn. Miscellaneous foghorn, number 6. Foghorn by numbers. Alright, shall we try the other bit? I mean, Jesus, Drumsound and Bassline Smith have made some unbelievably amazing records in their time. This, not so much. Power of the Future. If it's a double bubble of foghorn, I tell you it's going to be trouble. Which star sign are you most sexually compatible with? Right, come on. Okay, let's get into the real stuff, guys. We've namby-pambied around now for 45 fucking minutes. Okay? Good mind to give that donut an absolute thrashing with Wesley. Into that? Jesus. Bayside Smith and jumps over. Fucking Rankin slacking me off as if my fucking opinion matters. I don't think. Yeah, he's just throwing a lobster around. Fucking donut talking about dicks and not wiping his ass. Anyway, which star signs are the most sexually compatible? Okay, I'm a Leo. So come on, where are we, guys? Let's get into the good stuff. Are you going to include Leo? No, it's not on there. Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Leo. Oh yeah. Fire sign Leo. Might be surprised to learn that there's a particular air sign that can work wonders for their need for attention. Aquarius. Might be known for being distant, which seems at odds with Leo's obsession with being desired. However, it gives Leo something to work for, as they do what they do best, and peacock to win Aquarius's heart and mind. I think it's... obviously, as you know, I think star signs are absurd. The idea that, saying that Leos would be, show-offs, that they would be attention seekers, peacocking. No way. No way! On the other hand, if you want someone just as wild as you can bank on a Leo Aries, a Leo Sagittarius, pair seeing passion fly like sparks from that combined fire. Well, the missus is a Taurus. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Girl inspired by aliens to be permanently blue, but thinks she's allergic to tattoos. Well, this is the girl who just came up on the video after the woman who is a baby, who should have her fucking hard drive checked, quite honestly. Like... It's not. I appreciate that there's value in covering it for sensationalist purposes, but yeah. Anyway, girl inspired by aliens wants to be permanently blue, but thinks she's allergic to tattoos. Well, that is gutting. It's just shame, isn't it? You want one thing. Can't have it. A nail artist from Bradford has become inspired by aliens and spaceships, trying to incorporate her passion into the way that she looks. Luraili wants to be permanently blue, but has ruled out tattooing herself, as others have done, because she fears she may be allergic. How'd you know? For now, she's happy with face paints and cites Diva from the film Fifth Element and Zora from the video game The Legend of Zelda as inspiration for her look. She manages to keep the cost of her unique style to a minimum by merely stealing the products from Superdrug. By using the cheapest good makeup she can find, which works out at around £10 a month. It's not bad, is it? The nail artist also sells her own press-on nails and clothing designs online, working from a brightly coloured canal boat, where she lives with her boyfriend of 11 years old. Oh no, boyfriend of 11 years, Nathan. But Lurai says she has agoraphobia, an anxiety disorder that causes panic when in social situations. That's a bad definition of agoraphobia. So, as a way to cope, she has also painted her boat in intergalactic colours. I've always felt quite alone, and I don't belong. And it's a really horrible feeling, she explained. So I tried to make myself a little world where I kind of feel like I do belong. So rather than trying to get along with everybody else, I've segregated myself further. I've got pictures of space in the windows because I'm in here 99% of the time. So if I'm feeling down, I can pretend like I exist in a place that's happy and just looks like I'm in a spaceship or something. Okay. And I think the same with being blue as well. It's just a way for me to feel like myself.
Loire started the all-blue look 2 years ago. But prior to that, she said she would just use white face paint with blue eyeshadow. Says that the latest look is an evolution of her previous Japanese fashion-inspired style. She said, my style used to be mistaken for me trying to look like a Barbie, and I wasn't, actually. It was a style of a Japanese subculture called Geiru, and I consider myself Geiru, but just blue. Okay, man. She has previously tried different body paint colours, including purple, which she says didn't feel right. But Loire says the blue has always felt like her natural skin colour. So, is she transracial? Is that what we're getting? Trans-species? Yeah. Cool. Anyway, the boyfriend's a goth. Bit of fun. He's got a little chin beard. And it's got a sort of a kind of Victorian Lothario look. It's fine, isn't it? You know, it's fine, I guess. Guys, look, I'm very quickly I've given up on civilization, and think that maybe we should all just stay indoors. Maybe we should all just print out pictures of space and stick them on the insides of our windows and just pray it all goes away. Right, come on, let's see if we can actually find some decent music to play. Come on, look, who's not going to let us down? Yeah, who's not going to let us down? Rido and Red Pill. I mean, I'd hedge a bet that they're not going to let us down. The EP is called Time and Distance, which features the track Time and the track Distance. Thrown a few bits and bobs into this, haven't they? Coming up in 5 minutes, terrorist organisation Boko Haram for an hour of shoe throwers. Not true. Bokka. He's a boy. He's a male man. Breakbeats, bootlegs and ballers.
spicy meatball. I knew they wouldn't let us down. A little vinyl crackle at the end there. That's a nice touch, isn't it? That is touch class, boys. That is something special. That was Distance by Rido and Red Pill. It's on a record label, and that is available. End of the show, guys. That was 45 minutes of nonsense and then some music and then some other nonsense. And that's pretty much how the show went. Guys, Bocker is here for an hour. Brand new mix of all things that are good. Yeah, he's got that Savages bit as the first tune. And a gangster in the morning, gangster in the afternoon. That's in there, amongst others. Yeah, that's for an hour. Yeah, he's doing it for Duke of Edinburgh. So, give him the props that he deserves. He didn't do well in his GCSEs. He doesn't have much in the way of opportunities. Literacy very, very low, very low. Numeracy, not so much. But he can mix a few records together. So he should be able to get about 20 years of a career out of that. Particularly drum and bass. Guys, look, Bogger's on next. I'm going to eat that donut. It's here. Don't you worry about it. Snips, just gently. That's it, Snips. You help me. That's it. Just take a little bit of the additional sugar off the top. There's no need for it all. That's it, Snips. Good boy. Good boy, Snips. That's it. There you go. That's nice. Thanks, mate. Should we have just a last little look at the shout box for the remaining minute of the show? Baseline Smith says, not playing out our tunes. The fuck are you? Didn't really know what that means. Drum Sound and Baseline Smith saying, we're just out here trying to make a pound note. Paul Harding of Pendulum fame says, your beard is average at best. Grumpy Paul there. COVID-19 saying, Hillary asked me to drop in and see you. Be around shortly. Oh, no! God saying, the donut is the forbidden fruit. The choice is yours. Music says, stop being a knob jockey. Toby Carvery says, loads of veg there. Phone us. Don't know what that's in reference to. DJ EZ says, imagine how annoying I am playing a new tune. D, baby, D, baby. Anyone's guess. Nicky Blackmarket says, nobody has ever seen me frown. That's true. I've never seen Nicky Blackmarket frown. Man's always beaming from ear to ear every time I've seen him. What a result. I mean, is there any way we could sort of, I don't know, harness the power of the black market grin that could, it's just sort of a power source. Could happen. Could be a thing. Guys, it's 11 o'clock now. Tune in to goddamn Bocker on the threshold.fm. Download the app, man, and sign up to the subscription on it, because otherwise Wesley's going to get a thrashing. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Guys, I love you. I'll see you on Wednesday. Goodbye.